Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Wednesday check-in. It is Wednesday, August 26th, 2026. And if you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday. Also, go give Hello Cupcake It's Me some love, and follow me on TikTok for TikTok Tuesdays. And check out my book, Carpe Diem Scroto, 365 Daily Affirmations, found at www.cdsthebook.com. So, how is everyone doing? I am doing okay. I have a little bit of soreness in my lower back kidney region, and I don't know if that is residual from physical therapy. I don't know if that is from all of the walking and exercise I did yesterday. I swam a mile yesterday, and then looking at my step counter, it said I did 2.64 miles. So together, that's 3.64 miles. And my back was in a lot of pain yesterday. I didn't sit down for very much or very often. And it's just my right kidney area. And it was hurting over the weekend, but I did like a lot of cleaning and stuff and like heavy lifting. And so I thought, okay, well, you know what? I'm just not going to do, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to take my new dopamine patch. I'm not going to use the magnesium spray and just see if that had anything to do with it. And so not using it for a day and a half, like that cleared it all up. But, you know, that's also, could that have just been the time that I needed to recover from all the work that I did or whatever? So I don't know. But yesterday did a bunch of exercises and went walking, and I used my dopamine patch and I used my magnesium spray. And this morning I'm waking up with my kidney hurting and clear urination. So probably not going to use the dopamine patch again. Or actually, I'll probably use the dopamine patch again and see if I wake up tomorrow with it still hurting. And then if I do, then I'll go Friday and Saturday without using it and see if I still hurt come Sunday or something. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But I am feeling way too good on these fucking dopamine patches to stop using them. And the magnesium spray has been really helpful in helping me to sleep. So I'm kind of scared to give up either of them. And it says don't take the magnesium spray if you have kidney issues. And I don't think it says anything like that on here. Yeah. Do not use if pregnant or breastfeeding. Those taking medications without consulting a healthcare professional. Broken skin, sensitive skin. Out of the reach of children. Yeah, so this doesn't say anything about like not using it if you are if you have any kind of kidney issues. Now, the magnesium spray does. I don't have any kidney issues outside of the fact that I've had kidney stones and I'm diabetic, but like no diagnosed kidney issues. But these are the patches that I got. And you can find them on Amazon for like $4.99. I got these on Walmart or at Walmart for $8.99. But the original patches that I got were called they're called Kind patches, and they don't make a dopamine specific one anymore. It's actually like Mood Plus, but they're just 6 little stickers about the size of a quarter, and you stick it on your skin. If you have super oily skin like I do, uh, and you sweat any, it will deactivate the sticker on this and it'll fall off, which is what happened to me yesterday. But anyways, so what else is going on in the universe? Uh, we lost Dolly Parton, and that is a tremendous loss for the entirety of the world. Um, I was a I was and am a huge Dolly Parton fan. Everything about her. I love her music. I love her movies. I loved her as a person. There will never be another person who could step into Dolly's shoes. I do think that they should ask her sister Stella to play her if if and when they do a movie about Dolly Parton. Um, because Stella Parton sounds like her, kind of looks like her, and I think would just be an amazing tribute to her. And I have 3 or 4 Dolly Parton Funko Pop, which I'm sure are going to become exponentially more valuable now. Um, and I have her 9 to 5 record and the Best of Dolly Parton 1986 record that has I Will Always Love You and Jolene and a few other of her classical greatest hits. I will say, and this is probably sacrilegious, but I will say that I like Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You versus Dolly's. And I know that Dolly was the one who originally wrote it, but as Pink said one time when she heard a, a song that she wrote and composed from her heart, uh, that's the way that song's supposed to be sang. So I guess fuck me. um, so that's one thing I love about Alicia also is that she is so genuine in her just in her work. Like, she'll let you know, yeah, you're doing a damn good job, or she'll be like, fucking hold my ass accountable because who am I, right? So, um, and for those of you who didn't know that Pink's first name is Alicia, well, there you go. But yeah, the last few days have been just freaking amazing. Sunday was the best day I've had in a very, very long time. And even though I have experienced loss in 3 areas of my life over the last 5 days, um, it's still been a pretty damn good date. Like last week, last 6 days has been pretty damn good. Um, so Sunday I went, or Sunday morning I just started off with a really good conversation with my mom. Had a lot of, was feeling good about that. And then I went to an underground music pop-up concert. There was maybe about 20 of us who showed up, and that That's okay. Um, both of the musicians who performed are friends of mine, and one of them I haven't seen for a long time. And the second he saw me, he like made a beeline straight to me and gave me a hug. He's all, "Bro, it's so good to see you," and blah. And we did the whole like hug it out thing, and then the Tuesday prior to that Sunday, I got like a little snippet of my other friend's like new stuff that he's working on and uh, getting a new CD released under. So I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. Like, bro, just right. Um, so just watching those two perform was and is amazing. Um, they're hip hop rap and talking about the Pacific Northwest and the little podunk town that they come from and the just their experiences as being dumb kids growing up and learning the lessons that they had to learn and going through the shit that they went through and slinging dope, being stupid fuckheads, and now they're both in their like late 40s, early 50s, family men and working hard, chasing the dream, doing whatever they got to do to like just make it through like everyone else. Um, both married to beautiful, strong, amazing women. And just watching how they are correcting generational trauma and bullshit and doing better by their kids. So it's just, I have nothing but awe and respect for these men. So then after that, I had no sooner got home because I had to swing by the library on my way home, and I got this made up. Uh, it's a 3D printed record holder, and it kind of messed up. You can see a little bit of bleeding from the Sharpie that I used. But they wanted like upwards of $20 for a fucking record holder. All it does is it holds the sleeve of the record you're playing. And I had this 3D printed for free at my local library, and then I just came home and colored the words and the notes in with Sharpie. And this red is just a piece of plastic that was printed and that I super glued in, and then super glued in the support structures and all that other stuff, because this is one piece. This base right here is one piece. This is one piece. And so, had to snap it all together. But yeah, so it's just my little thing to hold records, because what I've been doing on my other social media platforms is the record that I'm listening to, I've been propping it up and then taking a 30-second clip of whatever I'm playing, and been enjoying that. So after I picked that up and I came home, I no sooner walked in the door and had changed back into my house clothes, then I get a text message, bingo. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take my no 90 sum and go play bingo and get some dinner because it's hot as fuck in the house and I don't want to make dinner. I don't feel like cooking tonight. So I show up, no one's there. I'm like, where the fuck are you bitches? Like, so they finally show up and they are all hammered. And just, it was great though. Like, I got to see sides of some of the people that I hang out with that I don't normally get to see. And just how much fun the group is. And they keep telling me, Michael, you need to drink with us. You need to drink with us. I'm like, you guys are not, our friendship is not that fucking strong, y'all. Like, I love you, but there's going to have to be some NDA waivers signed. There's going to have to be some apologies recorded on phones. There is going to have to be a lawyer on retention because drunk Michael goes from this to the day after the hangover. Like the hangover movies, like where they wake up and the whole hotel room is trashed and there's a fucking tiger in the bathroom. That's drunk Michael. I think that's why I liked the hangover movies so much too. So you guys, like, this little podunk town does not have the infrastructure to deal with my level of insanity and drunkardness. There's a reason I am under control right now, but mm-mm. And the way that I feel about some of y'all, yeah, no. I'm like, what does that mean? The way you feel about some of, I'm like, think about it. I flirt with you guys hardcore, and I'm not even drunk. Now take that and times it by 20, and you're part of the Me Too movement. They all started laughing. They're all like, oh, fuck, okay. I was also, yeah, let's not fuck around to find out. But it's coming up because I feel it necessary to just let my hair down and go buck fucking wild. So, kind of thinking about maybe New Year's, just letting them get me completely fucking plastered. You know, start 2027 with uh with alcohol poisoning type plastered. So we'll see what happens, but um yeah. So after all of that, I just came home feeling good still. Like I left it on a high note and I was just like, fuck, this is amazing. Huh. Give me a second. I gotta pause this. Sorry, I thought that I saw one of the people I was talking about walking down the street, and I was like, why are you walking? You own a car. So if that was them, I was going to end the video and give them a ride wherever they needed to go. Um, so yeah. Um, and then outside of that, uh, really not much going on. Um, I've been watching the new Lanterns on HBO, and that's a slow start. I know that it's only like the second episode, but it feels like it should be a little bit more, like, just more. But I'm enjoying it. And then I watched Mother Mary last night with Anne Hathaway, and I love Anne Hathaway. She is an amazing artist, actress, and but this movie was weird. So the trailers for it do not do it justice. Like it makes you think it's a completely different movie than what it actually is. Like it's this supernatural devil wears Prada, a star is born type situation. Like very, very strange. And left me like questioning what the hell was actually going on with it because there was a lot of symbology in it and having a little bit of an occultic background and the education that I have revolving around earth-based spiritualities, I picked up a lot of symbolism in it that I was just like, what the actual fuck? Um, but I'm not saying that it was bad. It was just not what I was expecting. I was expecting like this burnt out starlet looking to reinvent themselves, and that's not exactly what you get. So, it's still a good movie in its own right, but I just, like I said, I was expecting something more, and it became something completely different. Almost like a white version of Sinners is the best way that I can describe it without the vampirism. So, um, yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. So, not a bad movie, just not what I was expecting. But, anyways, guys, I need to start my day, and I'm already drinking my first cup of coffee, and I have some emails that I gotta send, and I have to update a website, and I'm gonna throw on some music and call it good and get ready for my therapy appointment later on today at well, just later on today. You don't need to know the exact time. It doesn't make a damn bit of difference in your universe. So anyways, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. And I really appreciated the Q&A session from last week. So I still have questions. So before I close it out, I will I'll do one one or two questions from here. So do you think you will ever write something completely unrelated to mental health and your personal growth? Yes, I am actually working on 4 different manuscripts right now. One of them is a compendium of all my short stories. Another one is a novel called Confessions of a Vintage Murderer. And I have written a children's book. I have yet to publish it or like put any more oomph into that. And I am also writing a vampire novel that takes place in Seattle. That is not Twilight or Twilight adjacent. I do mention Twilight in it, just, but yeah, it's completely separate, like crowbar separation from there. Um, and then this is like a part 2 to that question. You've talked about writing another book. What would you want that book to say that you haven't been able to say yet? And my other mental health book that I am writing uh, blends spirituality with mental health. And the other books also give you a view of my writing style and world building skills. So we'll just call that all one right there. You've spent a lot of time helping others. Who helps Michael when Michael is the one that's having a shitty day? Um, I have my therapist. I have a small network of friends. I have my niece and my mom. But 9 times out of 10, I don't reach out to them. And it's just me dealing with my own bullshit and pushing through um, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week. What is something you have forgiven someone else for, but still haven't forgiven yourself for. That's an entire fucking a whole show by itself. I have worked diligently over the last few years to forgive myself for not having the strength, not having the resources, not having the ability or the knowledge or the know-how to fix certain situations in my life. I forgive people so much more than I should, to the point where it causes long-term problems for me down the road. Like that whole, if somebody shows you who they are, believe it type situation. There are still some things that I have not forgiven people for. Namely, my biological mom. There's a lot of unresolved issues that will never be resolved because she died. And there's a lot of things that she has said, a lot of things that she has done, and a lot of things that she has manipulated throughout my life that has really left a mark on me. And I forgave her for my I forgave her for myself, just so that I can move on. But um I don't think that I have done anything egregious to anyone in my life to the point where I would need to seek forgiveness. Um and the forgiveness that I have sought has been just because I haven't, because of the person who I was at the time, not having the right information, not having the right mindset, not doing whatever, asking that person to forgive me because I knew that they needed to hear that genuine, sincere apology. And I did genuinely, sincerely mean the apology. It was just that at the time, I was young, I was dumb, I was still growing up, I had a huge chip on my shoulder, and I was not emotionally intelligent, I was not emotionally available, and I took that. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not the person that you needed me to be. I'm sorry that I was not the person that you needed me to be then. Um, but I will spend the rest of my life trying to be the person that you need when you need them. And oh my god, that's gonna make me tear up. So, um, yeah, that's all I'm going to do for those, because that just made me hyper emotional. So, anyways, guys, remember, you're doing the best you can with what you have available to you. And in a world full of Karens, be somebody who cares in the world. And rest in power, Dolly Rebecca Parton. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Boop.